Okay, right, all done. So lights was just the dimmer switch. I put a new one in. Here's the old one. It's bad. It was still barely working, clicking when they totally fail. They won't click anymore, but something's going out inside there. $25 switch. Goes right down there. I'll show you. It's working consistently now, and I drove it to the parts store, so I pushed it quite a few times. In the back here, if you jiggled, when you were here, you saw that the brake light, if you jiggled it on the right side, driver's side, sorry, left side, driver's side, it would go out. That's because this switch here, and I replaced it. When you plug in if you look in there, when you plug in the bulb, it pushes against those two little springs down there, and the springs get weak. So when you kind of jiggle it, it kind of breaks the contact. So I just replaced it. It was like a $3 part or something like that. And then I noticed that actually the brake light on the right side was not working either. And same thing, when I jiggled it worked. So I replaced. I will show you. So I replaced that. So it's a new switch, and the same on that side as well. See down there, and it's working. As far the seat's working, you know, when I put the new 20 amp switch in there, and I cycled it several times, didn't blow the fuse, and I inspected underneath the seat there, and I don't see any wires that are frayed or broken or black or anything. I suspect it's the little motor, there's a little electric motor down below the seat that is starting to degrade and ground like the windings, so it might be drawing a little higher current. You know, you could replace the motor if that's what it is, but what I would suggest, and I did this, but I had it in my hands, I don't know, I guess I didn't buy it, is it's got a 20 amp fuse, get some 30 amp fuses, put some 30 amp fuses in there, or 25 amp fuses, you can try either one, and see what it does. It may be that it's just starting to degrade and it's drawing a little higher current than it was before. And I mean, it's not burning anything as far as I see. And see if you load the wires a little more with a 30 or 25 amp fuse, if that does the trick. Otherwise, I think you're into replacing the motor down there, and that'd take a little research to find it. So that was it. Total was 2 hours of labor, so $150, $25 for the dimmer switch, $13 for the tail lights and a couple of the fittings, electrical fittings. Then mileage, 12 miles times 2.75, that's $18. So 56 parts and mileage, and then $150 for the 2 hours. Total of $206, and that's it. And by the way, when I was looking under your seat, and I noticed this when I was looking at the top, is that you see how the seat is losing its form there? When you look underneath, you see that? I'll show you. See how that's the foam, that's the original foam. It's nearly 60 years old, that is basically powder now. So that's why your seat is collapsing, and you're always vacuuming that crap up. You know, for the next 5 years, you'll be vacuuming that up, and it won't be as comfortable. So what I can do, if you want, is when you're ready and your piggy bank's full again, you can get a new foam that's made for this seat. Clark sells them. I think they're about $100 just for the foam, and it takes me about 2 hours to take the seat apart. Well, no, it takes about 3 hours. Take the seat apart and just put the new foam. Take the old foam off, all the old junk down there. Springs still, of course, are the same, and put the brand new foam in there. And your seat cover is fine. You can get a new one, but it's great. But it would restore the comfortability of your seat, and also stop getting all that seat cushion, disintegrated 6-year-old seat cushion stuff. Almost looks like on this side. Let's see. I'm going to check it out. This one looks nice and cushy. I don't know if it's cushy. Well, this one also is original, but because it's probably been sat in, 1/10 of the time, it still has its, the foam is still there. It's not all degraded. But if you just wanted to restore the one seat that gets sat in 90% of the time, then figure about, what do we say, about $300 for the seat there. That's if you wanted to do that. Anyway, thanks for the business. Take it easy.